Holy. Hello, hello. Welcome, Banks Extra viewers. Just a reminder, this is Banks' extra channel. It's not his real channel. So behave yourself accordingly. We are looking at, right now, some community custom cards. I brought it up to my community as a subathon goal to go over their custom cards. I'm really, really excited to look at them. Give my thoughts. Tell me if they're balanced, if I think they'd be cool in the game, or if they're bad. I'll give my very, very honest, open opinions about them. We do have stream remote on, so you won't be able to see what any of these people's names are, because anonymity is important. But this is the Rainbow Pit. I know that little face anywhere. So Rainbow Pit not only gave people and told people how to make the cards, but also provided a couple. F. Okay, wait, give me a second here. We can fix this. Everyone shut up. This is fine. Okay. Ken Omega, 4 or 5. On reveal, draw the highest cost card from your deck, then discard it. Okay, draw the highest cost card from your deck, then discard it. That's really interesting. So you'd want to target some very specific cards, probably like a Helicarrier. Apocalypse is quite good. You can't run Shavas in the Apocalypse list, which is a bit rough. Yeah, you can target things like Infinite. So you can try and use this with Ghost Rider as a way to just discard a big card out of your hand. It is a whole extra energy over Lady Sif. It's a whole extra energy over Lady Sif, but you do get to keep the card essentially because you lose the card out of your hand when it goes in. Or you could just be totally okay with discarding Shavas if you're a Ghost Rider deck, right? Pretty interesting. I think it's balanced. I think it's balanced. I don't know how strong it is, but pretty cool. Kid Omega, 4 or 5. On reveal, draw the highest cards deck from your deck, then discard it. Okay, this is the same one. Okay, we have Spot. 3/3. If this card has been to all 3 locations, give it +8 power. Gives Hella consistency? Yeah, but you can also discard the Hella, right? Okay, Spot. If this card has been to all 3 locations, give it +8 power. So you get a ton of power for being able to travel this all the way across the board. I don't know how it would track that. That's quite interesting. I did actually watch Across the Spider-Verse for the first time yesterday, which is kind of nuts. Seems balanced, seems really hard to make work. There's a card called like Werewolf by Night that's coming out soon that's somewhat kind of like this. Really cool idea though, love it. Really, really interesting idea. I don't think it would be competitively viable, but it's a very interesting idea and very thematic with the card. Tinkerer, 3/2. If your opponent wastes any energy, give it to yourself next turn. 3/2. If your opponent floats any energy, give it to yourself next turn. You know, I've thought about this deck or a card somewhat similar to this before. Isn't Vulture just better? That's actually a really good point. Vulture would just power creep this because if Vulture goes to all the locations, it would just be a 13 instead of an 11. That's quite funny. Tinkerer, if your opponent wastes any energy, give it to yourself next turn. That's a cool idea. A good like anti-high evo, anti-sunspot type deck? No, these are all community made custom cards. If your opponent wastes any energy next turn, give it to yourself. I don't know how viable this is because like your opponent would just see this come down and then... Yeah, I think, now that I think about it, I think Spot would have to be like way more power. It'd have to be like crazy because otherwise Vulture just dumpsters it, right? Probably be like +15 power. It could probably be +15 power and be balanced, which is nuts. I like the idea of Tinker. It seems thematic. I don't really know who he is, but like Tinkers like take things that are necessarily unused and worry with them. 3/2 is underpowered. I don't know. Energy cheat is really good, right? You're getting energy cheat from your opponent. 3/2 might be too low. I love this concept. I would love to see a card like this. I don't know how balanced it would be. It might have to be a 3/3, but a really neat idea. Chameleon. 3 energy, 5 power. As you play this, disguise it as your random 1, 2, or 3 cost card from your deck. Non-reveal. Remove the skies at the end of the game. I think from the standpoint of like the game design, I don't really like this idea. It also shouldn't be overstated. You don't take on any risk from playing it. But I don't think that this should be a 3-5. You don't really take on any risk from playing it, so I don't think it should be a 3-5. So you disguise, it can disguise as an ongoing. Problem is it could disguise as like a ongoing card, right? It could disguise as an ongoing that gives you like abilities and stuff, like a Quinjet or something like that, you know, it could be really, really good. Generic 3 cost is 3/4 Cyclops. Yeah, if it was yeah, like ongoing stuff is kind of weird, right? I don't know. I don't love this for the game. I think it's a little bit, it's kind of whatever, but it would probably be hard from a design perspective. Pretty tough. I don't know. It's interesting. Interesting idea. I don't know how it would work from a design perspective though. It seems like it would be a bit of a nightmare. We have Riot. 3/3 on reveal. Destroy all cards in adjacent locations. Give +2 power for each card destroyed. Destroy all cards in adjacent locations. Gain +2 power for each card destroyed. Like your opponent's cards too? Because this is insanely broken if that's the case. It's only your cards? These aren't leaks, they're community custom cards. If it's only your cards... then it's kind of cool, right? I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's just like a cool card. I'm guessing it has to be only your cards, because if it's opponent's card, it's the most broken card in the game, right? I like it. It seems like a cool destroy card. Dude, this would be kind of crazy. Like on the final turn, like on a Nimrod lane, you could play like Venom and then this. So like Venom like puts the Nimrods on the side and then this like smashes the ones on the other side. Pretty cool. So if it's only your own cards, I think it's balanced. I think it's just an interesting another destroy tool. The problem comes with destroy is like if you get too many cards, if you hit too many, it's a little bit rough. But cool. I really like it. I think it's quite balanced actually. More from the Rainbow Pit. We have Swordsman. On reveal, draw a card from the bottom of your deck, then discard it. Okay, very similar to the other one. Draw a card from the bottom of your deck and discard it. So he really likes drawing cards and discarding them. I don't like that this is a 1/3. Again, you don't inherit any risk from playing it. I guess to a little bit. Maybe that would be okay. But like this is like so much better than like Blade, right? This Blade, you discard a card directly in your hand. This one, you take it out of your hand. Also, this is another thing, you can target Chavez. Actually, no, I hate it. This is insanely OP with Chavez. You just take the Chavez out of your deck and then you could do this is way OP. Way OP. That and Chavez would be running every deck. In a world where Chavez doesn't exist, probably balanced. In a world where Chavez doesn't exist, probably balanced. Bowl Stag 3/3. When this is in your hand, other discard effects target this card. If this is discarded, put it in play. Okay, so forces this to be discarded if any of your cards discard it and goes to a random location. Very strong. Yeah, Silverware Golem. Yeah, we got some Hearthstoners in the chat. Interesting idea. I don't know how overpowered it is. Just like a Wolverine that kind of like pulls towards it. Because you're never playing this card out of your hand, right? I think this is very strong. I think discard, it's okay to get some more good discard cards. Targeted Wolverine. I don't know if it's all that strong. I don't know if it's too strong. Makes Gambit awesome. It does, but you have to have both of them in your hand. Stops Hela. Yeah, but you don't really want to discard it for Hela, right? Your point is to discard cards out of your hand. It's not actually good for Hela. Even out if you don't use the discard, he's a 1/3 without a downside. You reveal information about your own deck and you show off cards that you don't have, so it's not necessarily no downside. You're basically Yonduing yourself, right? So there's not no downside. You show your opponent a card that you don't have. If with Chavez, no downside in the most broken combo in the game. Ooh, Black Bolt counter. That's quite interesting. Yeah, Moon Knight. Yeah, I think this card is fine. I like it as a 3/3, not as a 3/4 too. Very cool. Yeah, Discard Surfer. Discard Surfer would love that card. Yeah, I like that card. I think it seems balanced. Very, very cool. Shatter Star. 3/3. When you discard this card, move your cards one location to the right. Alright. So you get the reverse Heimdall if you discard it. Crazy move, discard synergy deck? I don't know what the use case would be for this. Not allowed to move right in this game. Tell that to Ghost Spider and Cloak. And Spider-Man and Polaris and Arrow. Give Modok's deck a free move, but it's like, is that like good? Modok final turn? Yeah. I think it's fine. It'd be hard to find a good use case for it, but I think this is a totally fine card to print. Not overpowered, kind of interesting. It'd be fun to play around with. Probably be a 3/4. I would say this is fine as a 3/4. I would say it's totally fine as a 3/4, personally. Shatterstar, same thing. Bandroll. 2/3, on reveal, discard the leftmost card from your hand. 2/3, on reveal, discard the leftmost card from your hand. Blade? With one double cost blade. Seems terrible. Probably needs to be a 2/4. I think it's a 2/4. This is totally fine. Ooh, Agatha. Holy Agatha. Wait, you're totally right, dude. Agatha makes this broken. Well, not broken, but this is very, very good with Agatha. I don't know if it's too strong. Yo! Eva Zord, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, thank you. Get a shout out for Eva Zord. Appreciate it. I'm currently doing the Binksathon. It's a huge subathon that I've been planning for quite a bit. Just show this off a little bit. So we are now have 268 subs currently. I don't know why the goal is all completely messed up. I didn't even realize this. Did you guys notice that this goal is not even close for whatever reason? I might just get rid of these. Let's keep the number here. No one has said a single thing. But we're doing a subathon currently, so thank you all so much. Right now we're doing community custom cards, which is our first thing on here. But if you do any individual gifted subs, which are discounted currently, you can either have me play your deck, you can battle me, let me play your deck in Gold Conquest, or you can even, if you are willing to pay an insane amount of money and give 50 subs, control the stream for an hour, and I'll play whatever you want. Thank you all so much for the follows and the couple more subs here. Thank you, thank you. We're gonna jump back in. We're diving into a bunch of community custom cards. If you want to make one really fast, you can go to the Discord and add one to the bottom of the channel. Let me go back to where we were. I don't think Fandrel's broken. I don't think it makes Agatha too good. I don't think it makes Agatha too good. Remember, chat, Agatha used to have access to Lady Sif as a 2/4, which did the exact same thing as this and it was not overpowered. I think this is fine as a 2/4. I don't think it's too good at all. I think this is totally fine as a 2/4, and I think it's totally fine to have in the game. You do have to worry about too many discard effects, though. It always gets a little bit scary when there's like a over the top or anything. How close are we to 9 million subs? We're pretty close. We're getting there. We're getting there one step at a time. I like that. I like that. All four were made in conjunction with, I'm gonna guess that's Rupu. It just says at R because I'm in streamer mode. Yeah, Agatha's Sif combo was so good they had to nerf Sif. Yeah, like if you think it's too good because of the Agatha thing, just remember Sif used to be a 2/4 and was never any more better than it was. Omega Sentinel, 2/0 plus 2 power each time a Sentinel is added to either player's hand. Interesting. Very cool stuff with Master Mold. By the way, thank you to Rushman, Acro Year, Portis. Thank you all so much for the subs. You guys got a damn sub train coming. Or a hype train coming. Thank you all so much. And once again, thank you to Eva Zord for the raid and sharing your community with me. Thank you, thank you. So this is basically like the way to play Master Mold and Sentinel. So essentially you play... I would like this much better as an ongoing card. I don't think this needs to be a trigger. I would like this much better as an ongoing card. I don't think it's too strong to be an ongoing card. If you have to run Master Mold and Sentinel to get it to like a 2/6, I think it's fine. I think as a trigger, it's way too weak. I think as a, I think as an ongoing card, I think it's fairly strong. I mean, like, compare this to like Morbius, right? Like, it's way worse than Morbius. And Morbius has ongoing and can retroactively do it. I'm gonna snooze the ads here. Ongoing +1 for every Sentinel in play or in player's hands. I mean, I think the ongoing, I think the +2 is fine. I think the +2 is fine. I mean, like I said, think about Morbius. Like how Morbius is much easier condition to do the exact same thing. Very cool idea though. People have talked about like changing Master Mold to be like that, and I think that's kind of interesting. Or like have Master Mold say like +1, like have Master Mold have the same thing and then also say like +1 for each Sentinel play this game. I think that'd be really, really cool. I've heard that before. Okay, we have Carry Loudermilk. This cannot be played in the middle location. On reveal, add Carry to the opposite location. Carry Loudermilk. Ongoing, this card has Carry's power. So it's kind of like a Mr. Sinister with some risk that you're inheriting. Interesting. It seems like a very, very weird card to make happen. Master Mold doesn't make it a 2/8, it makes it a 2/4 for the previous card. Who are these people? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. It's from the Legion show, I suppose. I don't know how to think about this card. It's kind of like a brood, a very interesting brood that you can actually like continue to buff. If you like Surfer it. But like ongoing, a card that says ongoing, this card has another card's power, might break the game to an extent. I don't know. Interesting idea. Cool in like a Surfer deck maybe. Cool stuff. Thanos Copter. 6/10. If you would lose the game, you instead retreat, losing just 1 cube. Oh, I mean, that's insane, right? This card is broken. That card is absolutely broken, dude. It would have to be really understated, I think. I think it would have to be, not a 6/0. Like a 6/4. It'd have to be really, really understated. Cool, interesting idea. I think that that's kind of a toxic game play interaction, so I don't know if I would like to have that available in the game. Kang! Exclamation point or question mark. On reveal, reverse the effects of all enemy cards played this turn. This does not affect unflipped cards. Power costs are up for interpretation based on how strong the ability is actually in the game. The idea behind Gang is to be only reactive and reveal counter in the entire game. The ability is a bit confusing. For example, very similar to Jur. Oh, Jesus Christ. A lot of text. Bring back location is destroyed when Kang is destroyed himself. The effect also extend further. Deathlock destroys Nova and Bucky. Those cards and their effect will be reversed. They'll both come back to life. Nova unbuffs the cards. Interesting idea. I feel like it would be hard to make work exactly. Cool idea though. I don't think that could ever get added to the game, but cool idea. Looter 3/0. On reveal, afflict a random card in your opponent's hand with -3 power and give it to this card. So it's a 3/3 that gives a single card in your opponent's hand -3 power. Probably just bad, right? Scorpion was originally a 3/3 that saw 0 play because it was really bad. It was a 3/3 that gave -1 to everything. I think it's a 3/3. It's just not going to be okay. This could probably say -4 and it would be fine. Crazy as that sounds. This could maybe say -4 and be okay. There's a chance this could be -4 and be okay. Interesting idea, though. Yeah, it gives the power to the card, so it goes up to a 3/3. Interesting. Cool idea. The Fulcrum. Yodi gang. Something come in. Yodi gang. Y'all feel me? You guys remember that guy? I think he still exists. Fulcrum, come in. Yeah. Yodi gang. There we go. That's the whole thing. I got you. The Fulcrum, 1/1. If this is in your starting hand, you may tap this to shuffle your hand into the deck and draw a new one. If this is in your starting hand, you may tap this to shuffle your hand into your deck and draw a new cane. So it's just Chavez that ends up being a 1/1 that you could draw later, kind of. I don't know. It seems bad. Seems bad. Kind of gives you like a single card mulligan, but having a 1/1 in your hand is so bad. It's only 1 in 4 games this actually happens, which is pretty tough. All right, chat. We are going to run ads because ads are about to hit and pre-rolls are going to turn on, so we have to run the ads. We'll run ads. We'll go back and talk about some of the previous cards as opposed to doing new cards until you guys come back. So we'll see you guys in 3 minutes. Okay, let's go back and look at some of the cards while people are coming back that I thought were interesting. So Carry Loudermilk and Carry Loudermilk. So I think that this card is probably bad just because you have to play it on the right or left location. That makes the card way worse a lot of times. For Surfer, it's actually kind of interesting to just add 2 3/3s for 3. It's actually quite good in Surfer, right? Like there'd be a lot of Surfer decks that just want to add 3 to 2 lanes. That 3/3 to 2 lanes, it turns into a 3/5 and 2 lanes. Carrie dies, she has 0 power. That's true, but that is very rare to destroy cards in this game, right? Oh, am I missing this? So you can. This is in your starting hand. You may tap this to shuffle your. Oh, so you shuffle your whole hand. I thought it was only this card. So 1 in 4 games you get to mulligan by adding a 1/1 into your hand. It's just there's no way that's correct, right? There's no way that's good enough, unfortunately. It could be a 1/2 and still probably wouldn't be strong enough, in my opinion. I like this one as a 3/4. Shadow Strike is really cool. Yeah, Swordsman. This. I think if Chavez doesn't exist, this might be okay. I think if Chavez doesn't exist, this might be okay. Might have to be a 1/2. I'm not sure yet, though. Yeah, in a world where Chavez exists, this is the strongest card in the game. But in a world without Chavez, it might be fine. It's less targeted than Blade now. It does reveal information to your opponent about your deck and a card that you might not potentially have. But in like Ghost Rider Hella, like in Hella, this card would be kind of crazy, right? I don't know. Interesting. Interesting. Swordsman's an interesting card. I'm also interested. What do you guys think about Riot? Do you think this is overpowered? I can't tell. It's like it's really just Carnage, but you can kind of do funky stuff with it. I don't think this is overpowered, right? Why do you think it's OP? Because I can't decide. I think in my mind I'm thinking it's way too strong, but I don't know why. +1 for each card destroyed, but why? It's Carnage though. It's just 2 Carnages for -1 cost. I don't know why it's. I don't think it is broken, but it seems really good. It seems good, but I don't think it's broken. You wouldn't normally want to Carnage 2 lanes, right? I know it's like you get 2 Carnages, but you normally don't want to Carnage 2 lanes. Cards that can't be Cosmoed? I mean, is that good? Is that good? It's cost 1 more. I don't know. know. I think it's just a strong card. I don't think it's broken, but in like my mind, I think it's broken a little bit, but I think it's just like a cool card. I actually really, really like the design of this. I really like the design of Riot. Really like the design of Riot. I think it's cool. I think it's interesting. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's overpowered. Welcome back, ad enjoyers. We didn't do any new cards because I care about you. Michael Korvac. 2/2. If you would draw a card while your deck has no cards in it, destroy this and add Korvac Perfected to your hand. If you would draw a card while your deck has no cards in it, destroy this and add Korvac Protected to your hand. Korvac Perfected. 6 cost. This has a grind power of all cards in both players' hands. The win condition for the activation condition is insane. You have to Dela Galactus. You have to click the rules and you have to accept the rules. The win could the activation condition is nearly impossible, right? I don't even think you could do it. Like, you need Jubilee. You need help. I think you need help from your opponent. Adam Warlock, Jubilee, and Crystal, and you need Adam Warlock to trigger. Yeah, Lamentus Hot Location would be pretty cracked. But by the end of the game, both plans would be empty. Wong Crystal? I mean, you're not wrong. I just think that this is way too much work to me. It's a cool idea, but I think that would never go off. Living Laser, 3/1. Ongoing. Cards in your hand with power more than double their cost 1 less, minimum 1. Cards in your hand with power more than double their cost 1 less, minimum 1. Cards in your hand with power more than double their cost 1 less, minimum 1. It sounds like bad Ravona, no? Kind of. So if this discounts Agatha, this discounts Crossbones. Is this broken? This isn't broken. I do not think this is broken, especially not as a 3/1. And we saw that Ravona is not even close to broken. As a matter of fact, seems very, very rough. Oh, it does say power more than. It doesn't even say power more than or equal to. Wait, that's really bad. Never mind. This card's terrible. If it was equal to or more than, I think it would be very strong, but not overpowered. If it's more than, it's horrible. Horrible. I mean, Sentry, okay. So Zabu does the same thing as a 2/2 to discount Sentry, right? These are all fan-made cards in Dead Pig. Agatha, yeah, I mean, you play Agatha a turn early, but you play a 3/1. The 3/1s are this is a terrible stat line. As a 3/3, and if it said equal to or double the cost, I think it's still not broken. I think it's still just fine. Swordmaster doesn't work. It's a 3/6. Kia boosted Sif. Loki doesn't work. Loki's too small. Red Skull seems like the only real value card. That doesn't even seem good, right? With Ravona, it's a 2/1. That's so true. Interesting idea for kind of an opposite Ravona, but I think it just needs to be a 3/3. I think they could make this a 3/3 and make it say double or equal to, and it would be fine. Anyone to see how many subs we're at? Yeah, sorry, I didn't add it to this screen. I can't add it to the screen though. Give me a second. I should add it to the screen as well. Should add it to all the screens. Thank you for reminding me. $271. This is a big number. Thank you all so much for the support today. It's super awesome. Crow. Crow is a 4/6 that says after any card is played, if a card with that name has been played, this game destroyed. After any card is played, if a card with the name has been played, this game destroy it. Ooh, interesting mirror tech card. Interesting mirror tech. I love this. I love this. It doesn't seem broken. It's an interesting card to try and make it work. I love this. This is a really, really cool idea. Yeah, anti-kitty. Ooh, anti-kitty might make it too strong, honestly. Kitty is really rough. Kitty gets to mollywop by this. Sentinel gets destroyed by it. Actually, I don't mind this card, dude. I don't mind like a 4/6 kitty beater. It's kind of like, I don't know, card like kitty is okay with being in check. I love this idea. Who did this one? Baby TYTY, if you're here, very cool idea. I don't even think it's broken either. It's just like it's one of those cards that comes down and you're like, fuck, dude. Like, it's like, you know, like Jean Grey just solos decks. It's all the same thing, right? It's just like a card that's really, really cool. Yeah, OP, wait, actually it is kind of OP in Deadpool. But it's not OP in Deadpool because you can't, it'll, you can't play the final Deadpool. It'll die. You'd run armor. You'd have to fit this and armor in the deck. Can't play this card on turn 6. That might be interesting that you can't play it on turn 6. That might make the card terrible though. We'll see. Armor hard counters. That's fine. I really like that card. That's a super, super cool and very unique card. 5 -7. At the end of each turn, if you have a card with less power than this, replace this with the Serpent. Play Hobgoblin against me, peace, I dare you. Why to be strong on turn 6? If you have priority and you could kill like their kitty or something, it'd be really, really hard to, it'd be really rough. Like if they're playing kitty all game and then you play it on turn 6 and just murk it. Oh, Sentry? Yeah, this is broken with Sentry, right? Sentry anti-Hobgoblin card. Cosmo Hobgoblin. Kamar-Taj, Wong Hobgoblin. Is it broken though? I don't know. Like a 5/17 is really good, but there's so much risk to playing this card in your deck. I actually don't think it's broken, which is crazy. I don't think this is broken. Fast or negative would drastically boost this card. Well, I don't know if it's broken though. 24-point swing if you get it. Not really, because you still have the Sentry card out. Why is this end of each turn? So it's like it makes a check at the end of each turn. Yeah, you could Valkyrie it. Maybe it is broken. I don't know. It's hard to work things. I mean, there's a reason why Sentry isn't in really any good decks, right? Fast and negative break it? I don't know. I don't think this card would be broken, surprisingly. I don't think it would. I think it'd be very good. I think it'd probably feel bad, but I don't know if it would be broken. It's a cool idea. There probably is Valkyrie, Bass, stuff like that can get into some problems with it. But if you're basting it, how are you gonna like then have to be running non-basted cards to activate it, right? It's just weird. I don't know if it fully breaks it. Bast itself? Oh, less than this. It's a good point. Yeah, maybe Bast does just break it. 6-0 Fin Fang Foom. Ogling, +1 power for each energy you've spent this game, apart from the energy spent on this. Whoa. Whoa, that's cool. This might be broken with magic. This might be broken with magic. Or wave. It doesn't, like, wave doesn't matter all that much. This is cool. This is a cool card. This probably isn't all that crazy. It's a very good negative card, yeah. Absolutely insane negative card. It's played perfectly on curve? Not really. I mean, if you magic and you like skip 4 power, you still get 617. Pretty good. 618. Interesting. I love the idea. I don't know how balanced it is. I would like it better as an on reveal, I think, but then also it kind of gets wild with like a Wong deck or something. But is that crazy? I like this card. This is a cool idea. I don't know exactly how balanced it would be. The problem is negative, I think. Started at negative 15 and got -1 for each float. I like that. -1 power for each card you floated this turn. That's cool. Or it could have like the flipped Hulk ongoing or something like that. Cool. I don't think it's that OP. I think this card would be fine actually. Negative would cause some issues with it. Outside of negative, I don't see any real issues with this card. Honestly. The more I think about it. Very cool. Very cool card. Very cool card. I love powerful 6-drops. I want more in the game. Yeah, 615 fully on curve, but you have to spend all your energy, right? It's like a plus and minus. It's also weak to Enchantress Rogue. There's a lot of things that can counter it because it's not just innately in the card. Quentin Quire. On reveal, lock down this location for 2 turns. No cards here can be played. This card must be played by turn 3. Lock down this location for 2 turns. Or can't be played after turn 3. You probably want to make it consistent with Ebony Maw. I don't mind it. It definitely fits the idea. It's a 1/3, by the way. I'm sorry. I know you can't see it, chat. It is good with Nebula. I think it'd be bad. Any card where you have to play it in the first 3 turns is innately just very bad. I think it'd be very bad. It's a cool idea though. It's definitely not broken. I think it'd be terrible though, to be honest with you. I don't think it's a 1/3. It's busted at all. I think that you guys don't realize how hard it is to this card would just get stuck in your hand. It would suck ass. If it didn't have this qualifier, it'd be crazy broken. Mega Sentry 4/4. I'm going to give all friendly Sentinels +1 power. Give all opposing Sentinels -1 power. Cool idea. Probably too weak on the power curve. But you hate Ebony Maw? Ebony Maw is only good in Sauron decks, right? Where you get rid of the ability. You don't have a way to get rid of that ability. Good Michaels, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you, thank you. I missed the piece. Sorry, I'm not used to people having channel rewards. Goblin Slag, your piece, by the way. Well, just hope you know. Maybe the restriction is just for the on reveal. Yeah, then it's still just like a 1/3 with like no risk then. Be interesting. Yeah, it's Goose that I hate. Yeah. I also would never play Ebony Maw in a non-Sauron deck. This is okay. I think that it's mostly just the Sentinels +1 power, but I just think it's probably too weak. This could probably be a 4/6 and be okay. Bolivar Trask, 1/1. On reveal, add a Sentinel to each player's hand. Bang a Ronin card. It's not even that good of a Ronin card. 1/1's pretty bad. I want to add a Sentinel to each player's hand. This could be a 1/2 for sure. Be totally fine as a 1/2. Totally fine as a 1/2. Oh, Cerebro 4 with this and Sentinel? That's an interesting idea. Moira MacTaggart. On reveal, turn 2 cards here into Sentinels. 1 on your side, 1 on your opponent's side. 3/1. Yeah, people do be loving Sentinels. I don't know. I don't know about this card. It seems bad. I also don't like the idea of transforming your opponent's cards. I think transforming your opponent's cards is a bit rough. Because you could, I mean, you could just play this on an empty lane, right? You just transfer 3/1, you just transform a specific card on your opponent's side. I don't like that idea. I think it would be pretty feels bad. Can't really get around it. Yeah, you can turn a hood. It's alright. It's alright. Bastion. 5-4 on reveal. And I missed up. Lonnie Town, thank you for the prime. Welcome in. Bastion, 5-4 on reveal. Change the next card drawn into a sentinel for both players. Way too weak. Way too weak power-wise. This could be a 5-7 or 5-8 for sure. Could be a 5-8 for sure. 100% could be a 5-8. Like Black Bolt discards a card out of your opponent's hand and was a 5-8 and was fine until stop talking about C4. 6-0 Phylong. On reveal, convert all friendly sentinels into Stark Sentinel MK5s. This card is treated as a sentinel for all other purposes. 6-0 that turns all friendly sentinels, that gives them +2 power. Ah, man. Oh, it should be a 6-5. Okay, I didn't see that. Yeah. 6-5. That's just Spectrum, but for a single card. I guess if there's like all these different sets and stuff like that, maybe there's some worth to it. We have some custom locations from Ferguson Bentley. Give me a second here. Leapfrog. After you play a card here, swap the position of this location with another one. That would be crazy. That would probably break the game. Lake House. You can only play cards that cost 1 here. Increases each round. Oh, I love that. That's really cool. That's like the one for that's like the one for that's like the one for man, what was the one that they got rid of? There's the one where you can only play there on turn 5 that they got rid of. It's kind of like that, but like cooler. I really like that. Very cool idea. Battle World. If both players play cards here on the same turn, destroy them. I don't like that, but it's probably okay. I think that's just an annoying location. Makes Destroy decks probably too strong. Krakoa. Yeah. No, not Krakoa. Krakoa is the bad one. Mephisto's Realm. At the end of each game, +1 cube if you're winning here. That'd be cool. They would never do that, though, I don't think. Allah's Bar. Swap hands with your opponent for 1 turn. I like... That's fine, right? I don't think Allah's Bar is that bad. Milano. Thank you. Yeah, Plunder Castle, but it changes every turn. I really like Lake House. This one's really cool. Allah's Bar. Swap hands with your opponents for 1 turn. Interesting. Let me look at the left one. Break World. At the start of each turn, 10% chance to destroy this location. I think that one would probably be a little toxic. And we have Hell's Heaven. At the end of the game, if you have more power at another location, -100 power here. At the end of the game, if you have more power at another location, -100 powers here. So you have to make that your biggest location, otherwise you throw it. That's interesting. The Lighthouse. You can't play cards here if you played a card here last turn. Another totally just fine restrictive location. Lake House and Lighthouse, I like these a lot. These are restrictive locations done right, in my opinion. Very cool. I like both of those. Leapfrog, I feel we're gonna break it. Allah's Bar seems fine. Battle World, I don't really like. Break World just seems too random. Mephisto's Realm is like fine, but they probably never enter the game. Very cool stuff, Fergus. Very cool stuff. We have a bunch of DC stuff. Aquaman 4-5 on reveal if no cards were played at this location last turn +4 power. No cards were played at this location last turn. So from you or your opponent. It's probably balanced. It's like a Crossbones, right? It's kind of like a Crossbones, right? Crossbones that like you only get the benefit if you do it. This seems balanced. This is cool. I really like this. I don't know thematically why that would make sense, but I like it. Batman 5-6. I'm going tap this to see your opponent's hand as a 5-6. Is that okay? Gotta stop comparing things to Crossbones and then call them balanced. I know. Crossbones is a little bit too broken. That's a good point. No, it's not. 5-0. I think you could do something like this. Well, here's the thing, right? You can see your opponent's hand, but your opponent knows that you can see their hand. It's interesting. And you'd have to adjust the power, you're right. 5-6 might be too strong. I would love to see like a Howard the Duck style card. Skip TCC cards? No. I would love to see a Howard the Duck style card, but you see a card in your opponent's hand. Like tap this to see your opponent's left card. That'd be pretty cool, right? It is only one game pretty much, right? Because it's Batman. I don't know how broken this is. This might have to be a little bit less. This is probably a feels bad card though. I would love to see a Howard the Duck style card though. It's like, look at your opponent's left card. I think that would be very interesting. People can play this so they can't be accused of sniping. So true. You don't think it's good for the game? That's a good opinion, Mike. Scott Dunn. I don't think that's. What do you guys think about the Howard like opposite Howard the Duck? I think that would be a fine card, even if it's like a 2-2 or a 2-3. What if Aliyah changed itself to destroy itself and anything in your opponent plays that location? That would make it -5 power, which is a pretty darn big nerf, right? Cyborg 2-1 on reveal next turn gain +1 energy for each unspent energy this turn. Cyborg 2-1 on reveal next turn gain 1 energy for each unspent energy this turn. So this is a Psylocke. It's a Psylocke that you're trying to like build a big turn. Yeah, it does seem weak. I think it'd be a 2-3. I think it's gonna be a 2-3 and be fine, right? This could absolutely be full stats. It could be a 2-3. Or an ongoing, so it'd be like Tinkerer but backwards. I don't know. That seems bad. If it's Tinkerer but backwards, you could just skip turn 5 and then have 11 energy on turn 6. I think it's a 2-3, this is fine. I think it's a 2-3, this is fine. And just a cool ramp card. Superman 6-14. You can only place locations where you are losing. 6-14. You can only play this at locations where you're losing. Reverse Crossbones. Is this okay? I think this is okay. I think this is totally fine. Too strong? You guys know Aliyah is in the game, right? I think this just seems good. I like adding good 6 power cards. I think 6-14 is an okay stat line to go for. +2 power on Hulk. I think it's fine. That's totally fine. No notes. I wouldn't lower the power at all. I think it's totally fine as a 6-14. Yeah, like what if you're tied in like a lane that you want to play it? Flash. 2-3 ongoing turns are 5 seconds long. Get out of here. Wonder Woman 6-7. That's an anti-content creator card, okay? I need to talk to my chat. 6-7 costs 1 less for each card you played last turn. Yo, we got a rogue card. This is fine, right? Mysterio breaks this. Mysterio breaks this, I think. But even if you play Mysterio into this, is that good? This might be fine. This might be completely fine. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. This is a really cool idea for a card. I hope they do this at some point. No, I think it's a 6-7. It's fine. Yeah. If you have to play Mysterio on curve into a 3-7, it's like fine. I don't think I wouldn't lower this too much more. This could get a little bit scary if you lower it too much more. Maybe it could be a 3-8. I think it's 7 power. It's fine. Yeah, most people have the exact same thing to say. Satura's a 1-7. Yeah, but it has a condition, right? It's a pretty tough condition to meet. Yeah, I like this at 7, maybe 8, 7 or 8. This is cool. This is cool. This is cool. Cool. Very cool idea. All right. Oh man, I hate when people. Why do you guys got to do this? It makes it so I can't show them on stream. Ah! Stop! 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 Stop showing these cards that are impossible to show on stream. Okay, screen time. 2-3. Ongoing. Tap to see the last card your opponent added to their hand that was not drawn. Yeah, kind of interesting. Kind of like the one that I was saying. Could be okay. Be negative 1/1 on reveal. Afflict the strongest card at this location with -2 power till the start of your next turn. Until the start of your next turn? So it's like a 1/3 that you can play in the final turn? That's probably really bad. Safe space. Ongoing, your other 1-cost cards can't be destroyed. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool to add. Snowflake, +2 power for each effect that would prevent this card from being destroyed, so they kind of like have synergy. 4/3, on reveal, add a magic backpack to this location. Magic backpack, ongoing at the start of every turn, add a random 1-cost card to your hand. So you just get 2 1-costs? That'd be like interesting. Plus you take up another board space. Not too shabby. Another Fergus Bentley. Los Angeles, at the end of the game, move your highest power card here. At the end of the game, move your highest power card here. Kind of hate it, but it's whatever. Akanti, when you play a card here, merge it with a random friendly card here. I don't mind that. That's quite cool actually. It's like a Clintar that just always happens. I really like Akanti. That's cool. Madapor, on turn 3, +1 energy for each card you have here. I don't know. I don't like that. That seems to benefit small. I guess it's like kind of like Gamma Labs. I don't know. That's an interesting idea. Starcore, if you fill this location, transform your cards here into random ones of the same cost. Hate it. Utopia, at the end of each turn, give cards in your hand +1 power. Oh my gosh, dude. At the end of each turn, give cards in your hand +1 power. Holy. I actually don't mind it that much. I don't mind Utopia that much. That's very interesting. Yeah, Utopia sounds fun. That's really interesting. It's like Wakandan Embassy, but it's just like more, but you kind of, it's a risk reward of like, do I just keep these cards in my hands and keep growing them, or how much do I tempo out? I really like Utopia. Very, very, very cool. Very, 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 very well balanced. Wundagore Mountain, you can't play cards here with less power than the last card you played here. So every card has to get bigger. That one would be weird, man. Might be too restrictive. I think Wundagore Mountain's a bit too restrictive. It's a bit annoying. Castle Doom, 6 cost cards must be played here. Okay, that's probably fine. It's a bit of a nothing burger location, but it adds a bit of a wrinkle. I really like Utopia. The more I think about it, I didn't like it at first, but the more I think about it, it's pretty cool. Utopia gets a 6/13 Galactus. That's fine. All the other cards are giant too, so you just get wrecked. Astral Plane. At the start of each turn, a card here for each player gets copied to another location. I kind of hate that one. It would like run out of space too much. Yeah, I really like a lot of these. Very, very cool for Fergus. Very cool stuff. I don't know where I started. I think this is fine. People are talking about DC. Oh wait, we have a Get Wrecked. All right, let's see if Get Wrecked has good stuff. Get Wrecked is a 3/10 called Whiplash. Starts in your hand. As long as it's in your hand, -1 max energy. Starts in your hand. So I'm assuming this has the Agatha effect where you draw a card. Just like Agatha. 0, 1, 2. You play it on 3. This is broken. I think. Well, you played on 4, right? I think it's broken. I think you just play this in a Surfer deck. Then you just get an extra draw. You don't lose your first 3 turns. You get minus 3 energy through your first 3 turns, but you get a draw and a 3/10 out of it. I think it's broken. I think this card is broken. Any card that draws your card is pretty crazy. Most people are fine skipping turn 1. You build a deck that's fine skipping turn 1. Get 1 energy on turn 2. 2 energy on turn 3. Most likely play this on 4. It's a 3/10. I think this is broken. I would not like this to be in the game. It's a cool idea, and it's close to... It's close to being balanced. I think it might have to be a 4/10. Or like a 4/12. I think it would have to be like a 4/12. Yeah, Scott then said the exact same thing. I think it would have to be a 4/12. Why does that have to start in your hand? Because then you just draw it and then play it. It'd be really good. I think that cards that start in your hand have to have a debilitating effect, right? Personally. I think this is probably broken. A really cool design though, Get Wrecked. I would be interested to see how you could make a card like this work. It's kind of like a very similar to Agatha. Mr. Freeze. 3 energy, 4 power. Ongoing. Cards at this location can't move or have their power changed. Premium static card. Just freezes a location. So it doesn't lock it down. Cards can still be played there. If you guys didn't know, this is my card. I was in a Drewberry video for creating cards. Yeah, it's just like a premium statted tech card that I made that I think is like kind of interesting, and not too many things like it exist in Snap, where it'd be like, I think it would have like a cool effect of like a freeze going over it, and then it would be like a situational tech card for certain metas where like moves really good, or you know, you kind of want like like, you know, you could play this against a Surfer deck, right? And then they can't add cards to it. You can Get Wrecked. You can play this in Cerebro 4 because adding an ongoing doesn't change the card's power. Does that make sense? Hi.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
What's up?
I'm so educated now.
I think ongoing effects would still work, or I would imagine ongoing effects would still work. But changing a card's power is different. I don't know. I don't know how it would work directly in the game. Hey, hello, can everyone see you?
Hi, chat.
You should grab a chair to bring in here. Next to me when you want, I can hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my custom. This is the only custom card I've ever made. You guys like it? I think it'd be cool. Luke Cage stops Soulstone. That's an interesting idea. Yeah, probably would then, right? Yeah, because Luke Cage also turns off Typhoid Mary, so it would be the same. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right. It wouldn't work with Cerebro. You're totally right.
I am.
You look like Aaron?
Well, I don't know if there's like more.
This is the screen.
I'm still in stealth mode. Okay.
We're looking at custom cards. Yeah. So weird.
You're not supposed to.
You can vape on stream, I don't care.
I thought there was like a rule. You know?
It's not a rule. Hello. Toad! 5-1. On reveal, take control of one of your opponent's cards and move it to this location. Take control of one of your opponent's cards? So it grabs a random card and pulls it to your side. Yo, Knight, thanks for the Primarino. Appreciate it. These are on my Discord, !Discord. Follow the rules and you can find it. What are you yelling at?
He's giving me a second bath.
Oh, what a good leg licker.
He's so good at licking legs.
This is what we do. Everybody's a Binks fan.
Reverse Viper. Hey, stop. Being very licky. So 5-1. If it's a random card, kind of like Gambit, it's probably fine. It's just hard, man. Yeah, it's very risky. I think it's a 5-1. It's probably okay. It would feel bad though. Chat, you want to hear what deck this? Chat, you want to know what deck this is good in though? Galactus. Galactus on 4, Toad on 5, Goliath on 6. But it probably wouldn't do flipped cards, right? It'd also be really good at negative, yeah. Also be really, really good with Mr. Negative. Would be probably broken with Mr. Negative or close to it. Spider-Punk! I saw Spider-Punk for the first time. Remember Spider-Punk, babe?
Spider-Punk's my new favorite. I love Spider-Punk.
Love Spider-Punk. Well, 7 hours in? Are we really? Oh, man. I actually feel great today. Hey, look, we're at 275 subs. It's like 60 more from when you came in last time.
That is.
We love Hobie. We do love Hobie. What an absolute vibe. I would love one of these. Did you try the strawberries?
Mm-mm.
Are you giving me this one?
I'll get you another one if you
The strawberry ones were bad. These ones are so
Really?
fucking... Yeah, the strawberry ones were bad. You can try yourself. Spider-Punk 1-2. When its card is moved to this location, Spider-Punk moves to another location. Interesting. Interesting, like Craven type card? Where am I seeing these? They're in my Discord. Exclamation point Discord. Babe, can you stop being
sorry?
outside of the screen? Like, you
Well,
told me that we can move out of your way.
You're not gonna fit with the
Oh,
chair
sure,
arm.
everybody's a Binks fan.
Chair arm be in the way. Look at that.
Kind of cool Craven type card, right? Like you can like have a card knock Craven into this, and then a card moves into Craven and moves back, and then you can kind of like jostle cards back and forth. I don't know if it would make a move deck or make a Craven deck. It might fit into like the Shmoov, the Silky Shmoov kind of deck. The problem is like it's a little random. It's just a little too random. This would probably have to be a 1-3. It's probably fine as a 1-3 too, in my opinion. I think this is probably totally fine as a 1-3. I like the idea of him moving because he doesn't want to be part of a group. Yeah, that sounds right. Oh, a different Fing Fang Foom. 625. This card takes up 4 location spaces. Way too much. Way too much power. I like the idea. I've thought about a card like this before, one that takes up like 2 spaces or something like that. But 25 is just too much, man. 25 is just too much. Imagine how many times I was stomping people with 16 power with Orca. Now we stomp people with wow, look at that. She got a Solly.
His glowing eye.
Yeah, you just wave, play this, Taskmaster. Shang-Chi? But can't Shang-Chi if you play it on 6, you piece. I think 25 is too much. I think 25 is too much. Probably 20. 20's fine. Banshee, 3-3. On reveal, get 2 random opposing characters -1 power. Basically just a 3-5, huh? Except the cards randomly go to your opponent's side. Goes really good into like Abomination or like HE Abomination decks. Obviously gets countered by Luke Cage, which is pretty good. 2 random opposing characters -1 power. It goes across locations, which is interesting. This might be fine. Might be balanced. Seems weak. I mean, it's a 3-5, right? Getting 3-5 worth of stats, you can double it. You can get benefits of like losing those stats to your opponent. Cyclops is way better, but you have to use HE. You have to add a 4/4 to your deck to make Cyclops work. Cyclops just doesn't work out of the box. It might need a couple more power. You want this to be a 3-5 that does -2 on your opponent's side? I think you're crazy if that's what you want. I think this is balanced. I think this is balanced. You'd probably run it in some weird Surfer decks. Oh, yeah. It affects your opponent. It's not random characters. It's random opposing characters. Yeah, I think it would be crazy. Probably fine. Balanced. Interesting. Cool. I might like it as like... Maybe if it was like, maybe it said like give a random character in each lane, a random opposing character in each lane -1 power. I might like it better. I don't like that idea. Did it kind of feel like a Mr. Fantastic in a little bit? I don't know if it would be a staple in Surfer. I think you'd be surprised. This 2/2 would be pretty strong too. Interesting. Pretty balanced card. Icarus! Too big. 4/3. At the end of each turn, if you spend 0 energy, draw a card and give it -1 energy. This stuff scares me, dude. Card draw stuff scares me. It's close to balance though. It's like if you can only play this on 4, you'd have to full skip 5. But be -1 energy, not power. Draw is a really scary thing in this game. Draw is a really scary thing in this game. Draw a card but skip a turn. It's kind of fun with like HE decks and stuff, right? It might be okay though. It might be a balanced draw card if you have to completely not spend anything. I'd be scared of like Stun Spot, Psylocke this, pass. It's kind of scary. Infinite, but then like, I don't know, you can only play the Infinite, right? That bad. Almost always guaranteed, but it's guaranteed, but you have to make a huge sacrifice for it. I compare this to Crystal, right? Compare this to Crystal. You have to pay 1 extra energy for it, and the downside is you have to skip an entire turn. You get that energy back, but is skipping an entire turn worse than giving your opponent a card? I don't even think you'd add this to Shinnok. You'd have to get really lucky. I think it's probably fine. I think it's probably fine. Dr. Faustus. Reveal, gain control of an enemy card here until the game ends. What? Are you leaving? I don't know why you'd ever want this. You want to steal an ongoing card? Maybe like Phil or something? Oh, Venoming or Carnaging an opponent's... Oh, Venom's actually really interesting. Steal it then fill so they can't take it back, but like you'd have to fill their cards. It's kind of hard. Prof X. Prof X is great. This might be balanced. This is really cool. It seems really scary, but I think it's fine. You'd have to, you know, it needs a lot of other synergy to make it work. I don't think it's broken. I think this is a cool card. You'd have to play test it, but I think it's pretty cool, man. I don't think it's all that scary to add. Griffin's just creepily sitting behind. Huh? You're fine. You can hang out. Marina 2/4. This card is treated as though it doesn't exist at this location. What does take control mean? It jumps to your side like a reverse Viper. Marina. This card is treated as though it doesn't exist at this location. What's the point of this? There's several points. Like Miss Marvel, Atlantis, Orca, Namor, Anti-Punisher, Anti-Captain America. It doesn't get destroyed by Venom or Carnage. Interesting. Doesn't affect Zola. Galactus. Oh God. Oh geez. Oh God. Oh no. No, it's just, these are all just community cards. So if you go into the thing, yeah, I think it'd have to be 2/3. I think it's a 2/3. It's fine. Screws up mojo. I think it's a 2-3, it's fine. I don't think it would break the game. As a 2-3, it's fine. I don't think it needs to be a 2-4. I mean, plus 3 power on your Galactus, you could just run Forge, right? The same thing. I think it's a 2-3, it's fine. I don't think it needs to be a 2-4. I think it's a 2-3, it's totally fine. Very interesting. Very interesting. Moongirl the Marina, Galactus Prophet. Nah. Hydro Man! On reveal, set the power of all cards in hands equal to their cost. Oh god, no. No, 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 no. This card is insanely broken. Horrifically broken. You just run like Iron Man and all this. No, 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 no. I'm never gonna talk about that one. That is horrible. You can't make that balanced. 5/7 ongoing plus 5 power if there are 1 or less cards at this location. 5/7 Tiger Shark plus 5 power if there are 1 or less enemy cards at this location. It's like an opposite Namor, kind of. I might have said it wrong, get wrecked, but that's what I was talking about. That's what I meant. How's that worse than Mr. Negative? It works on your hand, not your deck. And it affects your opponent too. What? What? Why can't you speak up? Why do you have to whisper? That's so weird.
I don't know. Do you need any snacks?
I might need to make a meal. Do you want to talk to chat for a second while I cook some food? Actually, I'll do that. I'll do that after we're done with custom cards.
Panic.
I don't know. You can just sit around and panic. I don't
Okay,
know
I can sit in panic. I'm good at panic.
After I'm done with these cards, so we're about 2/3 of the way done. After I'm done with them, I'll come grab you and I'll have you take over for a little bit and talk to chat. You guys want to talk to? You guys want to talk to Ms. Binks in a little bit? It'll be fun. Tiger Shark. I think this is probably just bad. Honestly, very often your opponent will have an extra card. You play it on turn 6, it's not much better than Gamora. I think it's just kind of bad. Probably have to be a 5/8 to make it work. You were to do. What if you limit it to next turn only? You just play it on 6. I don't know. I would never. This card would be awful for the game. Icarus is the same one, but just made better. Hope Summer 2/2 ongoing. Nothing can stop you from drawing cards. Just beats Widow's Bite. Is that it? Just a Black Widow counter. Is there anything else? Hand limit? Ah, dude, you can't do that. That would break the game. No hand limit would break the game. Yeah, it's a cool idea. It's just really not good. This is the pink lemonade Spindrift. This is my favorite seltzer ever. It is so freaking good. The strawberry one I had was very disappointing. It was kind of fun. Black Widow would not be in the gutter because you never put this card in your deck. Jason Traker, ongoing. Cards here cannot have their power alter, including ongoing effects. It's kind of like my Mr. Freeze. Kind of like my Mr. Freeze. Actually, very similar to Mr. Freeze. Except without the move thing. I think it could be premium statted. That could be a 2/3 for sure. Yeah, Black Widow's already in the gutter. Nah, man, Ravonna kind of made the Black Widow renaissance. Except I don't even put Black Widow in those decks. I think she's bad. Cards here cannot have their power alter, including ongoing costs. This would ruin like Cerebro and stuff like that. Maybe this is fine as a 2/2. It's pretty rough. Good if Luke counters it. Yeah, Luke would counter it for sure. Buff Widow's Bite to -1. That might be okay. Taste of Vomit? The back with lime, lemon, grapefruit. The only one I've had was orange mango. Is so bad. Hate that. Interesting. Cool idea. Cool idea. I don't know how you would balance that. 2/3 Phantomex. You can move this every turn, add a 1/0 illusion to its previous location. Terrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Imagine if Jeff left a body over. Maybe you can find some way to make it work. It doesn't have to be overstated. It have to be like 2-4, I think. Maybe destroy would be cool. You could just keep leaving these for like destroy to eat up, but that's tough to make word, man. That's really tough to make work. But a 2-3 that you can move every turn is pretty powerful. Great with Dazzler? Not, but I think that if you're taking up multiple board spaces to give Dazzler +2 at a time, it's not gonna be great. Yeah, 1-1 would probably be okay. Franklin Richards, I'm gonna guess this is Mr. Fantastic's kid or something. On reveal, change its location to a location of your choice. Jesus Christ. Oh God, dude. Frank Richards on 5, Legion on 6. Am I right? I'm not even gonna comment on that one. No offense. If it said of a choice of 3, like if 3 showed up, that'd be cool. And it would be balanced. If like a set of 3 locations showed up, that'd be cool. Yeah, casually make you scroll through 100 locations. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. Yeah, just world ship. It's just a 5/5 Galactus that always hits. If it was a choice of 3, it'd be cool. Yo, it's a what if card. 4/3. On reveal, if your opponent played a card at this location this turn, double this card's power. Interesting. The problem is it only gets to a 4/6. I would kind of like if Drax did this as a 4/4, personally. But as a 4/3, it's probably just really bad. You need to do like extra stuff, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of an idea. It's kind of a mix of star. Actually, thematically, it's insanely cool. Thematically, it's insanely cool. Thematically, this is very, very cool. It's a worse Black Panther, but it costs 1 less, right? Thematically, insanely cool. It could be a 4/4 for sure. Dormammu, on reveal. Next turn, both players take turns playing and revealing 1 card at a time, up to 3 times. That'd be crazy. So instead of on reveal, it goes back and forth. As a 5/7, it's probably too weak, but a cool idea, nonetheless. Fin Fang Foom, the 3rd Fin Fang Foom of the day. 5/5, ongoing +1 power for every card on your opponent's side. Tops out at a 5/9, could never work. Never strong enough, unfortunately. Probably lower the power and be +2 or something, or this could be like a 5. This could be a 5/7. This could be a 5/8. Be a 5/8. Oh, everything? Not at the location? Oh, that's probably broken then, right? On average, you're probably getting like 7 or 8 cards from your opponent, so it's just on average being really, really good. Yeah, it's too OP. That'd be like a 5/3 maybe. It could be a 5/3 because it'd basically be an opposite. It's kind of like Blue Marvel, right? It's kind of like Blue Marvel, right? It's kind of interesting. I didn't even know who the hell Fin Fang Foom is, bro. I have no idea who the hell that is. Huge ego? Oh, it's Dara. 6/9. On reveal, add +4 power to a random card at this location. By the way, not a shot at Dara. That's his snap name. Just to be clear. Also kind of looks like Dara, right? On reveal, add +4 power to a random card at this location. Pretty cool. Tops out at 13 though. Probably too weak. Cool idea to be. It's like a gamble. But I think the gamble is way too hard. Fin Fang Foom is a nearly giant unkillable space dragon. Yeah, but I would fucking destroy it in 1v1. Why do you think he named himself Huge Ego? Is that really it? Did he name himself after the card? I actually thought that someone he probably named himself. Here's the thought process that I had as to why Dara named himself Huge Ego. I thought someone was being a piece of shit to him in chat, saying that he had too big of an ego, and he did that as an FU to like one specific person. I didn't know, but that was what in my head, that is what happened. Because I could totally see Dara doing exactly that. Like Dara just seeing one person like talking shit and then just do like an F you to that like individual person and call themselves huge ego. That's why I thought that was his name. That's pretty funny. Another get wreck card. Superior Iron Man 2/2. At the start of turn 6, disable all ongoing abilities until the end of the turn. Start of turn 6, disable all ongoing abilities until the end of the turn. Wreck Sarah. Destroys Sarah, but so does Mobius, so it's probably fine. Canadian Tech, thanks so much for becoming a Binks fan. Welcome in. There's probably a couple other people. Oh my gosh, we've been doing this for so long. We're getting more ads. Holy crap. How long have we been doing this? Have we been doing this for 2 hours? Jesus. Sarah, Profex, Morbius, Zabu. Alters Priority. This is a really cool card. It's probably balanced too. I really like this card. This is very well done, Get Wrecked. I really, really like this card. Very, very interesting. Very cool. Probably balanced too. And an interesting, cool tech card to be able to play. I love it. Plus, it's something that probably gets played early, so you play around it, which is always cool. I don't know if I want too many cards like Mobius in the game, but it's kind of on like the same power level, or maybe even a little bit lower. Dormammu! On reveal, if your deck has more cards in it than your opponent's deck, destroy both decks. If your deck has more cards in it than your opponent's deck, destroy both decks. How could you affect this? Maximus? Rock Slide, but that does the opposite, right? If your deck has more cards in it than your opponent's deck. Your deck has to have more. It'd be Thor. It would be Yondu. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of destroying decks. Also, you know what the biggest problem with this is? It's null. It's obviously null, right? It's just null. Problem's null. If it wasn't destroy, if it says like bring the cards into the void, probably fine. The fact that it destroys them when it activate null and death, I would be cancerous. Bullseye 2/2. You always draw cards that started in your deck. Ooh. No rocks. F you Rock Slide. It's probably fine as a 2/3. Cool card. I like anti cards like this. No stones. Why would you run a Thanos deck with this? Why would you put this in your Thanos deck? Can't District X, you just don't do anything? Weird World? How would this work with Weird World? This in a Thanos deck is so funny. Well, it's actually kind of interesting, right? Because you could play this in a Thanos deck and then have your stones only draw cards that aren't stones. But you don't really want... I don't know. Interesting. I love this idea. I love this idea. You can make it a 2/3 probably. Long shot 6/6. If you start the turn with this in your hand, -1 costs. Okay, so does this happen before or after the draw? It'd probably be before the draw. I think the turn activates before the draw. If Leech and Kitty mean anything, it would activate before the draw to be consistent with Leech and Kitty. So if it's in your starting hand, it would go to 5/6, 4/6, 3/6, 2/6. I think this is fine. This is a cool card. I would love to see a card like this. I would love to see a card like this. No, not routinely. It would keep going down. It would keep going down all the time. Seems like a worse stature. Yeah, a lot of the time. But it just happens automatically. Like if you have this in your starting hand, it would be a 0/6, right? It would be a 0/6 if it was in your first 3 cards. But you'd have to hold in your hand the whole rest of the game. This is cool. I like this idea. I would love to see a card like this. I don't know exactly how it has to be balanced, but I like it a lot. Bailey Hoskins, 1/2 on destroy. Tap this card to destroy it. Let's see. Look at his poor little face. How horrible would you do? Young Dara? Why would you do that, man? Imagine how often you'd accidentally click this card. That's probably more of a meme card. It's interesting though. I don't think you'd ever put that in a deck. 5/4 unreveal, add 2 maggots to your hand. Maggots are 3 zeros. It's an unreveal, destroy an enemy card here. Crazy. It's probably balanced, but I kind of hate it. Ravona Energy, Pog. Probably close to balance, but I don't like the idea of it. Darwin, 1/1. After you play a card with higher power than this, +1 power. Interesting.
This is what we got. Everybody's a Binks fan.
Bacon Torpedo. Thank you so much for becoming a Binks fan. Welcome in. Jesus Christ, dude. There's a cozy snap card. It's quite good. We're gonna snooze one more time. We'll get through this. We're gonna try and push through these somewhat quick. This card might be balanced. It might have to, might be balanced. The thing is, you have to keep playing bigger cards to make it bigger. I think this card is fine. Like compared to Nebula, this is fine, right? This is much better than Nebula. Kitty Pryde value? Kind of, right? Because you can play this, and then you play Kitty Pryde. Kitty goes to 2. This goes to 2. Kitty Pryde goes to 3. I think this is fine. That's really cool. This is a really cool card. This is a really cool card. I think it's fine. I legitimately think it's fine. The problem with Kitty is once you play a card bigger than Kitty at any point, then it stops it from happening. I think this card is fine, and that's a really cool one-drop. Very well designed. Who did this? Baby TY2Y. You've had a lot of really cool ones. I really like Darwin. It's very. I think it's totally fine. Zorn, 4/4 unreveal. Divide your total power evenly among all friendly cards. So it just like combines the cards. Interesting idea. I don't know how that would work in practice. 3/4 Proteus unreveal. Swap the 2 locations this card was not played at. I love this so much more. I wish Quake was like this, dude. It's not like Tribunal, chat, because if you have different amounts of cards at different locations, they would go to different cards. Also, the problem with that is that like the splits would be too weird. It would be pretty crazy. This is awesome. This is what Quake should be. This is what Quake should do. This is so cool. It's exactly what Quake should do. Quake should be something where you can choose how it works. The problem with Quake is that it's random, right? Yeah, it probably was me, Bobblehead. I've talked about how Quake should be like that a couple of times, but I really, really like this. You probably make it a 2/3 and just turn Quake into this as a 2/3. Love it, love it. Jackal 4/0 unreveal. Copy a card in your hand of your choice. Insanely broken. You just click the infinite every time, right? Insanely broken. Ben Riley Spider-Man 4/2. When this card moves here, destroy this card and a random enemy card. A card moves here, destroy this card and a random enemy card. When any card moves here. It kind of just seems like worse Spider-Man 2099, right? But like a lot. It's way worse 2099. Kane 3/2. If any card moves to this location, afflicted with -1 power. Probably just really underpowered. Biggest problem with a card like this is that like you can't control if your opponent moves or not, right? So it's super understated. Interstellar 6/9 Superior Spider-Man unreveal. Move all cards to their original positions. Yo, that's kind of cool. I think this would be fine. I kind of like this idea a lot. I kind of really like this card. I really like this. Really, really like this. Very well balanced. Totally fine. Not really better Heimdall. It doesn't really do what Heimdall does. Love this card. Love this card. Very, very well played. Very, very well designed. 4/7 Hemlock the Conqueror. At the end of the game, if you are losing here, this card transforms into Chimera. 6/0 unreveal. This card powers become your current. The end of the game, if you are losing here, this card transforms into Chimera. Chimera. It's an unreveal. This card's power becomes the current. I don't understand at all. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm sorry. Cozy. I love Cozy. Every time a card is played here, your opponent gains control of this. If you control this card at the end of the game, you lose. Funny card, but obviously very, very broken. Just fundamentally changes the game of Snap. Havoc 4, -3. Ongoing opponents adjacent locations have -3 power. This is at best of 4-3. Nah, this is fine as a 0 or something like that. Not great though. Will Smith 4-5. On reveal, move to your opponent's highest power card and move it to another location. Move to your opponent's highest power card and move it to another location. That's probably fine. Interesting card. Kind of like a more targeted Stegron. Maybe a little bit too much power creep on Stegron. Why you gotta do Havoc like this? What do you mean why I have to do a Havoc like this? It's a 4-3. Okay, we're gonna do our finals. I really don't want to do my final students. All right, I'm sorry. We're gonna lose you, ad viewers. You're gonna lose you for the last little bit. I'm sorry. Kane 4-5. On reveal, if you're losing this location, turn into the other. And the other is a 3-12. Ongoing, at the end of each turn, if you're losing this location, destroy the other. 4-5. On reveal, if you're losing this location, turn into the other. Ongoing, at the end of each turn, if you're losing this location, destroy the other. This seems overpowered. It's just a 4-12, right? Because if it dies, it's like fine. Because you were losing that location anyway. You just lose. If you were losing the location at the end of the game, it doesn't matter if it dies, right? If it dies, you just feed your null. It's just like a 4-12. Why is the other ongoing? No, it's on reveal. This is probably not. I don't think ongoing is correct. I think it would just say at the end of each turn. Just like a Tuma. It seems too powerful in my opinion. Seems too powerful in my opinion. Ant-May 5-2. On reveal, any spider person you have played gets +3 power. This is what? Ghost Spider, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2099. Does Venom count? Spider-Ham? Not a person? Ooh. Silk? Be interesting. They don't really do tribe-based stuff, and 5-2 is probably a little bit too low. Pretty interesting, though. Baby TYT, people are putting these... people are making more before I can even finish them. Silk and Miles, very good point. 1-1, Thread. On reveal, bind this to an enemy card here. When either card is affected, both of them are affected instead. Interesting. Problem with this is that you just play it and carnage it, right? Probably a little broken. 2-6, Black Mamba. On reveal, get the next card you play -3 power. Next card you play -3 power. This is broken. Broken. There's two ways that you go about this. 1, goblins. It's basically opposite forge for goblins on a 2-6. 2, just play it as your last card. Interesting idea. It would probably have to be a 2-4. 2-4. As a 2-4, it's probably fine because you specifically have to follow it up with a goblin. Probably have to be a 2-4. Cool idea though. Goblin Force 4-5. On reveal, destroy an enemy card here. Your opponent gains control of this. Your opponent can move this each turn. Yo, that's really interesting. Destroy an opponent's card. Yeah, or 0 or Cosmo. Yeah, 100%. I think it needs to be a 2-4. Too much good can come from it. Goblin Force 4-5. On reveal, destroy an enemy card. Your opponent gains control of this. Your opponent can move each turn. That's really cool. Very creative. I don't know what the Goblin Force is, but I'm guessing it's something like an evil force that like takes over your cards. Very cool idea. I really like that. It's probably balanced too. Uncle Ben, if this card survives until the end, +2 to every spider person. If it dies, -2 to every spider person. Just play it on the final turn. Again, I don't really like tribe-based stuff too much. I'm a little bit iffy on it, but pretty cool idea. Proteus, you guys get to see the fricked smile again. On reveal, draw cards until your hand is full. Our cards drawn cost 6. I would play this in my ramp deck. Be kind of cool. Yeah, and like an Electro ramp deck, that'd be kind of sweet. Like Electro, Devil Dinosaur, this. Your choice of all of your cards. Goblin Force is basically anti-Phoenix Force, so that's exactly what it's supposed to do in that, so I really, really like it. I had to parry man, Uncle Ben, literally no ideas until just now. Sorry you're posting. Oh, you're fine, you're fine. I was just, I'm just lols. Just lols. I like this. This is card draw done right, man. The problem is, yeah, the problem is Mobius. Mobius breaks this. Mobius didn't exist, it'd be fine. Casino 94 at the end of each turn, win the game. Stop adding cards. Ultra rare location. At the end of each turn, win the game if your total power here is X. Pretty cool idea. War Machine, give 4 random enemy cards -2 power. And then Molly Hayes. I can't get to it because it's too far down. Those are the custom cards. That took so freaking long, but I had a very, very awesome time. Thank you for adding another card so we can do Molly Hayes. Destroy all cards in this location, including unrevealed. -2 power for each card destroyed. Awful. Just kind of interesting. Bit interesting. You just play it and like you just play it and then like carnage it. You play this and carnage, you just win a lane very easily. Or Viperate, yeah. Yeah, Luke Cage. Cool. Well, thank you all so much for all the community cards. I really appreciate it. Let me find I'm gonna have Miss Bing